Hi everyone, this is Alberto from the London Contemporary School of Piano, and today I'm going to show you how to add swing to the music you play. My goal is to show you how to transform your style of playing and making it fun and personal and making it eventually swing. A style like swing has a particular way of delivery. It always tells something personal, and it's hard to point out exactly how to make it sound like that. But despite the fact that there are plenty of material online that shows you exactly what swing or rhythm is. We need to fundamentally learn that the core of swing is personality, is individuality, turning something that looks and sounds perhaps a bit square and making it personal, changing it, varying it. That's the beauty and the playfulness that we tend to attach even intuitively to the sound of swing music. So today, I will offer you some simple, easy tricks that will allow us to turn music that perhaps sounds a bit square in first place, like certain classical music, and to make it swing. Probably the whole journey will be a little bit irreverent because we're gonna talk about some huge names of classical music, but hopefully it will be fun. Let's start exactly from there. Let's start from a very square motive in music that I'm sure all of you know from classical repertoire. Let's take the Ode to Joy by Beethoven, and you can tell that the rhythm and the melody of this music is pretty square. And if you're a fan of our work at the London Contemporary School of Piano, head to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, and request for a free resources kit. It will include materials featured from our YouTube tutorials, including this one. Now, if we want to make it swing, I suggest the first trick of today, which is anticipation. So, if every bit of this music is straight and square and regular, the notes of this melody fall exactly on the 4 beats of the bar. What happens if we anticipate the downbeat? The downbeat is the first beat of each bar. So it's gonna sound something like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's already going somewhere, right? So in this last case, I showed you how to anticipate the downbeat of the bar, but perhaps we could make it even more apparent by playing the downbeat in the left. For example, how about this? That's our downbeat, and I'm gonna anticipate the melody. You see, it's pretty straightforward, and perhaps it's not great art yet. We're already managing to annoy a bit Monsieur Ludwig. But it's not yet a full, complete piece of music. We could probably do some more. How about we anticipate notes here and there, not just the downbeat? That's already start becoming more personal. You see how that music, originally very straight, very regular, now has become an opportunity to show personality and to show your own style. Another great example would be a famous song, Danny Boy. Danny Boy has all the notes very regularly placed on the timeline. Right? Okay, let's let's try doing a similar thing. How about we anticipate now the last note of each phrase. The last note of the first phrase is here, and we're gonna anticipate it. And now. Right? Sounds good? Okay. It is a great delight for me to work at the school and help students such as yourself transform their playing. So go to our website and you can ask about booking a class, or perhaps you want to leave us an inquiry and tell us a bit about yourself. It will be great to meet next time in front of a piano. How about now we explore the possibility of anticipating notes here and there, kind of according to instinct. Maybe in the beginning it would be good to refer to the score and maybe put a little note on the paper and to remind you which note to anticipate and which note to leave in place. But the more you do this kind of game, you'll see how it will start becoming something more intuitive. This is the secret of swing. Being able to sing a melody, play a melody, but making it personal and original, making it yours. The more playful and explorative you are, the better result you're gonna have. Now let's go to the second trick of today. I'm gonna talk about double notes. So a square melody made of crotchet notes, or if you are in America, it's quarter notes, such as Fly Me to the Moon. Right? Maybe some scores offer you slightly different rhythmic variations out of this, but fundamentally you have this walking melody. Okay? What if I take some of these quarter notes, some of these slow pace melodic notes, and I double them, repeat them? Right? And what am I doing? I'm just playing exactly the same thing, but instead of a single note, I'm playing two. Boom, right? So another example of this could be Alice in Wonderland. It works. Of course, it is paramount that your sense of rhythm is very disciplined and rigorous, so it's very good to practice with the score in front of you, with the metronome on, and not necessarily at a fast tempo. So have fun with playing with now these two ideas, anticipating notes at libitum, and doubling the notes that you like. And it goes without saying that if the result doesn't really strike you as interesting, well, you're gonna have to try different ones until something fun comes out. And if you're a fan of our work at the London Contemporary School of Piano, head to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, and request for a free resources kit. It will include materials featured from our YouTube tutorials, including this one. The third and final trick for today would be accenting. A very important part of interpreting music is the result of our ability to articulate properly and expressively the notes that we play. And accent is crucial. Particularly, swing accent tends to accentuate the non-obvious beats. Take, for example, Danny Boy. I showed you earlier that all of the notes of Danny Boy were pretty regular, but if I start accenting the 2 and 4, you can hear how the whole feel changes. Tricky. It's very counterintuitive to play this, let's say, a series of regular notes and accenting the syncopation, accenting the weak beats. But that's at the bottom, that's at the core of the playfulness of swing, bringing out the beats that are not obvious ones. So you can probably practice just with a simple scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this sense for the syncopation has to develop. And even for myself, it wasn't natural. It took a long time to develop it. Now, hear the difference once again. As you can tell, I am already introducing anticipated note and sometimes even double notes. Now, the task here, the goal of our practice is certainly to find our own way to play Danny Boy. But down the line, the ultimate goal will be to use these tricks instinctively, intuitively, freely. So the more you play, the more ideas will come through. We have seen 3 major but very simple tricks to turn the music you play into swing. Now I'm gonna play Fly Me to the Moon, I think, and pay attention to what happened to the right hand and see whether you can spot where I am using accent, where I'm using a double note or anticipation, okay? It is a great delight for me to work at the school and help students such as yourself transform their playing. So go to our website and you can ask about booking a class, or perhaps you want to leave us an inquiry and tell us a bit about yourself. It will be great to meet next time in front of a piano. So I really hope you enjoyed my little tour of swing tricks. I will see you in the next video.